Guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, so we are having a heat wave in the UK, so I thought I'd do some summer designs with some pigments and some stamping. So I've got about 5 designs lined up to show you, and this technique that I'm using is very similar to a holochrome flower tutorial that I did quite a while ago now, but I'll leave it in the corner for you now if you haven't seen that. And basically I stamp first and then apply the pigments afterwards. So the pigments that I'm using today are the Summer Sorbet collection from the Colour Shack. I've had these for ages and I really wanted to use them again. So they are definitely neon, but they're more of a pastel-y, pearlized finished neon. They're really nice to work with, really silky to apply, and they blend like a dream. So for stamping today, I'm using my DIXIE Diamond Duo, and I have used this in videos before, but I don't think I've ever showed you the packaging. It comes in this really cute presentation box, so it would make a lovely gift for your avid stamper out there. And then you've got the DIXIE Plates logo on the lid there. So this is my DIXIE Diamond Duo and it is very well loved. It's over a year old now, but it still works fine. But I have just recently changed the head. DIXIE Plates have brought out these super sticky heads for the DIXIE Diamond Duo. So they're just replacement heads, so they're exactly the same size as they were, but they're extra sticky. So if you've struggled with this type of stamper before, the stickiness makes it extra easy to pick up those images. And they are still very fragile, these clear heads, so I would just recommend cleaning with a lint roller. So on to my mini tutorials, and starting out with how I did my nails. So as you can see, I've used the pigments in an ombre fashion. So these pigments like a nice tacky layer to be applied to, so I'm using just one coat of the gel bottle ink white, which is called Daisy, and I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. Then I'm using a couple of summer plates. I'm using Summer 02 and then I'll be using Summer 01 later as well. And to start out, I'm just using this surfboard and cocktail image here. So I'm just using the white polish here, and you want to stamp this directly onto the tacky layer. So that tacky layer is still sticky and you want to stamp directly onto it. So I'm using 4 colours for the ombre. So I'm starting out the top with the peach, and then I go on to the light pink, which is the strawberry, and then a slightly darker pink, which is the raspberry, and finishing off with the purple, which is grape. And then here I just go over the colours very quickly again, just to check I've not missed any spots. And then move your pots out the way, and when you dust off the nail, make sure you just go from left to right initially, which is the way that the stripes go, and then you can go all over and it will come off the stamping polish if there's any on there. And when you're happy with that nail, you can just go in with the top coat, and I like to float my top coat over, just so this ensures you don't smudge any pigments or any stamping polish. So on to the next look, and exactly the same again, just apply your white gel polish and cure that. And then I'm using this cocktail image here, and I'm doing exactly the same again and stamping this on first. Now I'm applying the pigments in a slightly different way. I'm going to apply it randomly, which means that you don't have to be so precise either. And it gives a lovely, subtle, almost watercolor finish. So I'm using all the same colors again, but just randomly patting them in and then sweeping off the excess. So moving on to DIXIE Plates Summer 01, I love this mermaid image, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to go with green and blue vibes on this one. So I'm going to stamp that again over the cured gel polish And then I'm going to use the apple and the blueberry pigments, and again I'm just going to randomly pat these all over and sweep off the excess. This image is one of my favourite images of all time, and just look how well it's stamped as well with that new sticky head. It is definitely a game changer. So another reason why this plate is so popular is because of these flamingos. I love flamingos. So I'm going to stamp this again using exactly the same method onto the tacky layer, and I'm just using 2 of the pinks. So I'm using raspberry and berry, so one is just slightly darker than the other. So the transition that you're going to get with randomly adding these is going to be very minimal, but definitely out in the sunshine you're going to get the 2 different pinks picking up. So I did scrub this one quite hard just to remove it from the stamping polish. And then before I went in with the top coat, I did add just some little eyes with some black gel polish. And then last but not least, a summer set of nails just wouldn't be right without a palm tree or 2. So I'm doing the same again here, but I'm actually going to do some double stamping with this one. Initially stamping with the white, and then here I'm just applying peach, berry and grape. So just 3 of the colours this time, just to give a nice, almost like a sunset ombre vibe on this one. So I'm just getting as much off the white stamping polish as I can, and then I'm going to go in now with the black stamping polish. So this is going to give it almost like a 3D shadowy effect. And then once that's dried, that's it. You can go in with the top coat. So these are the final designs, all cured, ready to go, and I love how they turned out. Those pigments are so versatile, so I will leave the links to the summer sorbet collection in the description box below. So I really hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. If you're in the UK, stay safe and stay cool this week, and thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.